As a business owner, I'm sure you are constantly juggling multiple things, from meetings to product and service fulfillment, all the way to sales and marketing, which makes it very time consuming and difficult to spend time actually growing your business and even time for your personal life. And not only this, but the added noise from AI. I'm sure you're feeling quite overwhelmed with all the applications of AI and how do I implement this into my business, as well as being concerned that your competitors are going to leave you behind and you're going to be stranded for not implementing this new technology. So for this reason, I'm making this video to go over 5 simple ways to leverage AI in your business to ensure that you not only don't get left behind in this AI wave, but you also have time to focus on what's most important for you, whether that's your personal life or growing your business. Also, make sure to watch until the end because I'm going to give you the key to applying these methods. Without this key, you will not be able to actually apply these AI methods in your business. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into it. The first way is probably the most common: customer service. This can be either a huge time constraint or a huge expense on the business. If you're answering via phone call, you yourself are having to pick up the phone and stop whatever you're doing, interrupting hours of work. Or you're paying someone to do that, and it's pretty expensive to pay people to sit there and answer the phone all day. Forms even are maybe a little bit better way to go about this than a phone call, but filling out forms can be a little awkward for the customer and is time consuming to go through. And both of these, if you're not answering the phone 24/7 or replying to forms 24/7, you are losing out potential sales for having a late response. The customer might move on and go to someone else. So some solutions are website chatbots, which you've probably seen before. A little widget on the chat or on the website that pops up, and you can ask the chatbot questions. Something you might not have seen before are chatbots embedded into social media DMs. So if someone goes to your social page and sends you a DM asking a question, there can be a chatbot there to handle that response instead of you having to go to 5 different social platforms every second of the day to make sure you're not getting questions. The same thing can be done over the phone using voice assistants. Someone calls, an AI bot answers the phone and helps the customer accordingly. And for all of these, they can be handed over to an actual human if the chatbot cannot help. So you don't have to worry about them hurting your business or anything like that. Secondly is lead generation. This can be pretty awkward to do, and most people just don't know how to go about doing this. Gathering, scraping leads off the internet can lead to low quality leads or just not a lot in the first place. Other way to go about getting leads is to buy them, which if you do this a lot, it can end up being very expensive depending on the platform you're using. So what you can do is use platforms like Make.com and Appify. Make.com for automations, Appify for web scrapers. And you can set up a system with both of these to scrape leads and then even filter them and start automations to reach out. You can also have a chatbot integrate to your CRM. So someone comes to your web page, you can gather their name, email, whatever else inside of a natural conversation and send it directly to your CRM to reach out to them later. Thirdly is lead nurturing. This is often neglected, getting busy doing other things. You say, oh, I'll follow up with the lead later. Doesn't happen, and they end up moving on. It also can be a little awkward and also time consuming to sit there and follow up with thousands of leads, maybe even over the course of a month. You can hire to do this, which is expensive to pay for and time consuming to train them for. There are platforms that let you do this. However, Chatbots can be used to walk a customer through the purchasing process on the website. You can start email campaigns, start on a purchase to, let's say you have a low ticket item and they purchase the item, then you start a sequence of emails sent after, and then you can further educate them on a high ticket or upsell that you might want to pursue later on. Even in addition to that, you can have generated newsletters, which you can have the AI write and then you proofread as your newsletter, which gets sent out however often you'd like. There's several different platforms for each of these, the email campaigns and the proofread newsletters, which are, some are free, some are paid, but there's definitely a lot of ways to automate the writing and sort of the manual labor that goes into these things. Fourth is marketing, which initially can seem very overwhelming considering all the different avenues, social media, paid ads, things like that. And each social media takes its own algorithm, things like that. So it can seem complicated, very time consuming to sit down and learn and then implement, and expensive if you're going to hire somebody in-house or even just hiring an agency to do this. So some of the solutions for the AI side, you can have posts generated and then scheduled to automatically upload. This can be generated in the creative, so the image part or the text / copy. All of these you can proofread before they go live or just automatically post. As far as paid ads go, you can pretty much do the same thing, as well as automated A/B testing, which essentially AI analyzes the analytics of a post or an ad and then adjusts the text / copy or the creative for the image accordingly. You can also use chatbots to basically market other avenues of your business, so they can remind customers about promotions, collect store like feedback from the customer, which can be stored to go over and look at later, and then provide personalized recommendations using an AI model to analyze the customer's interest and the products that you provide as a business. And lastly is the newsletter, which again, similar to the nurturing, you can have it automated and then proofread before adding it to the newsletter sequence. And then lastly is appointment booking. Again, this can be very time consuming over the phone, and you might be losing out on appointments if you're booking via phone for not booking people after you close and there's no one there answering the phone, or you're doing it via form, which can be awkward to book, especially if you're targeting audiences that aren't as familiar with technology, versus having, let's say, a chatbot walk through the booking process with somebody more in a conversational path. From here, you can also start other automations like onboarding. You can directly sync the patients or customers to your CRM, send reminders about the appointment, and also add to a newsletter if that's something you have and would like to add people to. So those are the 5 ways to add AI into your business. And finally, for the tip, I said that if you didn't have this tip, then it's going to be very hard to not only answer questions, you're not going to know which leads to target or collect, or to even market to. And it's going to be hard to relate to them, to even nurture, and you're not going to know how to educate and onboard these people if you don't have this defined for your business. And what I'm talking about here is the ICP. So basically, your target audience, or your ideal customer profile. So who you're targeting to market your services or products to. If you don't have this defined, all of these above here are very hard, if not impossible, to implement. So make sure you have this defined before going and trying to add extra things to your business, as this is a pretty base level step. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you got any value from this video, feel free to drop a like, subscribe, and if your business wanting any sort of these or a different automation or use of AI in your business, feel free to book a call in the description, the link in the description. And yeah, have a good day.